In this video, you're going to learn the 5 essential steps to develop a lucrative relationship coaching business. I'm couples therapist Dr. Wyatt, and I've been in private practice since 2004, and I've helped over 1,000 couples restore their relationship. If you want to learn more about my FRCA program to become a certified relationship coach in 90 days, comment book a call below to set up a free consultation with a member of my team. Number 1 is get your why. Why do you want to enter the helping profession? Why do you want to become a coach? You want to be latched onto and cognizant of your why, because that's going to drive your passion, that's going to drive your purpose. So for me, for example, growing up, I was raised in a divorced home. So I knew firsthand what it felt like to have step siblings, step parents, and that planted a seed in my heart as a young boy to want to help families stay together. So lo and behold, as I grew up, became a psychologist, I was drawn more and more to marriage counseling, to couples therapy, and that's what I decided to specialize in. So for me, my why of entering the helping profession is very personal. And when your purpose is something very personal, your passion, you become even more effective when you're helping other people. So that's the first thing, is get your why. Why do you want to enter the helping profession and become a coach? Number 2 is get your niche. There's a phrase that says there's riches in the niches, and it's very true. Don't become a generalist. A generalist is someone who works with all topics, with all types of clients. If you're a generalist, you're going to struggle getting referrals because you're not going to be known for anything special or specific. This is something I did when I started my practice in 2004 in Boulder, Colorado. I immediately started a niche. I started working with couples. And over time, I became known more and more as the person to refer to for couples. And that's what you want. You want to become known as a niche coach. So some examples might be a health coach or a financial coach or a relationship coach. You have to have a niche to stand out, and then that's going to drive referrals because you get known for that specialty. Number 3, get trained. Too many people hang a shingle and call themselves a coach without any training. That's unethical. You need to go through training, and there's lots of training programs on the market today that you can go through. One thing I highly recommend is make sure you go through a training program that's ICF accredited. ICF stands for International Coaching Federation. That is the governing body for the coaching industry worldwide. So if you go through a program, make sure that they are ICF accredited. So coaching programs vary. Some are several weeks, some are several years. A lot of them are around 3 months long, maybe some of them are 6 months long. But go through an ICF approved program so that you learn the skills to become a coach. You learn the techniques to become a coach. And it's important to know what your niche is before you choose a coaching program. For example, if you decide to become a financial coach, you want to go through financial coaching training. If you decide to become a health coach, you want to go through health coach training. So I started my own coaching program several years ago called FRCA, Fisher Relationship Coaching Academy. And my program is ICF approved. And so for people who want to become a relationship coach, my coaching program is one option for that. If that's an interest for you, be sure to check the description for a link to learn more. Number 4 is get experience. You don't want to go through a training program and then launch your practice before you have any experience. That wouldn't be very ethical. So it's good to have a period of time after your training program to start building your experience, to start building your competence, to learn how to start a session, manage a session, end a session, to learn how to run a business, to learn how to handle difficult clients, to learn how to motivate clients who aren't very motivated. There's a lot of nuances that occur in the field once you actually start working with clients. So you want to give yourself a period of time to gain that experience, to gain that competence. It's also going to build your confidence so that when you do start charging clients, you're going to feel like you're worth it, and you're not going to have imposter syndrome because you're going to feel like you've earned it because you've put in the time and the effort to gain experience. Number 5 is get clients. At this point, you've been through your training program, you've gained experience working with clients, and now you're ready to officially launch your coaching business. So you don't want to launch a business and then hear crickets. Instead, you want to have immediate referrals. You want to be building that pipeline so you have customers coming in that want to work with you as their coach. So I'm going to talk about a few ideas to get started. The first one is consider developing a podcast. A podcast is a wonderful way to build the know, like, and trust factor. And those three things are important to build so that people feel like they trust you. People are not going to buy from you until they trust you. They're not going to want to work with you until they trust you. And one of the best ways to build trust is having a podcast. And you can base that podcast based on whatever your niche is. So if your niche is finances, your podcast can be all about finances. If your niche is health, your podcast can be all about health. If your niche is relationships, your podcast can be all about relationships. I started my own podcast several years ago, and it's been one of the best things I've ever done because people can find me and listen to me without ever meeting me. And week after week, as I publish my podcast episodes, they're building trust with me. I can't tell you how many clients have contacted me, and the first thing they say is, I started listening to your podcast several months ago, and that's why I want to work with you. Developing a podcast doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be overwhelming. Usually all it takes is publishing one episode a week on your niche. And by doing that, again, it's a wonderful way for people to build trust in you, which is going to make them want to work with you. Another idea to generate referrals is to have a website. That may seem like common sense, but a lot of people in the coaching industry may or may not have a website. So make sure you develop a website. That's a place where you can direct people to. You can refer them to your website to learn more. And on your website, you can have a lead magnet. A lead magnet is often a pop-up that appears on your website where you're offering something of value, such as a PDF or a free training. And then to get that, people have to give you their email address. And that leads into another way that you can generate referrals, which is your email list. You want to be gathering emails from potential clients, and then that creates an email list. And once you have an email list, you can start emailing your subscribers once or twice a week on your latest podcast episode, on your latest article or blog post you write on your website. And that's a wonderful way to nurture your warm audience. People want to work with you because they trust you. And one of the best ways to do that, in addition to a podcast, is to have an email list. So if you're nurturing that email list on a regular basis, it creates a warm audience. And then when they need help, they're going to think of you. Another idea to generate referrals is start posting on social media from an account for your coaching business. So for example, if you develop a business for relationship coaching, create a separate account on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok around your niche, and then start posting content on your social platform around your niche. So for example, if you specialize in financial coaching, then you want to have an account on Instagram about financial coaching, and then you start posting something about financial coaching. Those posts can be a graphic, they can be a short form video that's up to 60 seconds long. It can be a carousel, which is multiple images in a row. But that's another great way for people to find you, to start connecting with you, and to start building the know, like, and trust factor with you, which again is going to lead to more clients. So those are 5 ways to start a coaching business. Number 1, get your why. Number 2, get your niche. Number 3, get trained. Number 4, get experience. And number 5, get clients. If you found value in this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your questions in the comments. And if you want to learn more about my FRCA program to become a certified relationship coach in 90 days, comment book a call below to set up a free consultation with a member of my team.